Okay, so we just discussed about these data types before, right? So basic data types, we call them, okay, because they can store just one value in a variable name. So we have integer, float, string, Boolean, and complex. Okay, we'll do complex and then we'll come back from top to bottom. So complex, we have seen that it is, it uses J, right? So if I have to declare a variable, I'm going to have variable 1, then it is equal to 6J. Okay, 6J means this 6 into J, which is root of -1. Okay, so in lower classes you would have learned that we cannot find the square root of negative numbers, right? But then now you know that you can find the square root of negative numbers, and we represent as I in mathematics, right? But in Python we represent it as J. Okay. If I print, okay, var1 square, okay, so I can do var1 square like this, correct? Double star 2, double star means power, right? I can say var1 double star 2, or I can say print var1 into var1, right? Both of these are valid ways to do the square, right? So if I print, what do you get?
Square of var1. 36.
Square of var1, right? What is
minus 36?
Okay, so 6 into 6 is 36, right? And J into J is J square, which is
J square
-1. Right?
1.
So 36 into -1 is
minus 36.
-36. Okay, so -36 is an integer number. So you'll get -36. But since it is a complex number, output also has to be a complex number. But 36 is integer, right? How can we convert 36, which is integer, into complex number? We will add plus 0J, because 0J has no value, right? So it's not affecting the value. Value is, effectively it is -36 only, but it is changing the form. Okay, from integer it is changing it to complex. Okay, so when you run it, you get -36 plus 0J. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Neeraj, your doubt is clear?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Okay. Now coming to integer type. So let's say I declare two variable, var1 equal to say 7 and var2 equal to 3, right? var1 equal to 7, var2 equal to 3. Okay, so we have seen that we can do var1 plus var2, right? We can even do var1 plus var2, var1 minus var2. So this is difference, minus, right? This is to add, correct? Okay. Now to multiply, we use star sign. Manish.
Yes, sir.
So when I say print var1 into var2, what will I get?
21.
Correct. So star will give us multiplication. So you get 7 into 3, 21. Divide. So multiply, right? This is divide. Okay. Now here you will get a float value. Okay. So 7 by 3. What is 7 by 3?
2.3
something, right? So 2 point something, right? So you'll get 0. Even if I say 6 by 3, okay,
2.
It will be 2.
It will be 2.0. Okay.
Yeah.
Output is always float value. So even if you say 6 by 3, you will not get 2. You will get 2.0. Okay. Now you have double slash. This is called integer divide. You will get only integer part. So 7 by 3, what will you get?
2.3.
2.33.
अरे मैं क्या बोला? You'll get only integer part. From where did you get point?
2.
Just 2. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And next one you can see is the power, right? The example that we did later earlier in the complex. Okay. So double star, single star is multiply. Double star is like power. Okay. So where 1 to the raise the power of where 2. So here you will get 7 cube. What is 7 cube? Seven into 7 is
200.
300 होगा, not 200.
330.
30 नहीं होगा, 40s में होगा.
343.
43, yes. So how do you get? 7 into 7 is
49.
49 into 7. Now 49 into 7 is difficult.
43.
Multiply 50 into 7. Okay. So 50 into 7 is easy, isn't it? 50 into 7 is 350. Now you had 59. So you added 1 extra 7 times. So minus 7. So 350 minus 7 is 343. You'll get 343 here. Okay. So don't try to calculate 49 into 7. Okay, you find something which is easier, 5 ka multiple or 10 ka. 10 ka multiple is best. And then you add or subtract. Agar 51 into 7 hota, right? So 350 plus 7. So jo 1 hai, 1 into 7 is extra 7 you have to add. 49 mein you have to minus that extra 7. Correct? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
343. Okay. And I don't need this. Here we will talk about modulo. Okay, this is called modulo.
Percentage sign, no, sir?
Percentage sign, yes. ये क्या करता है? This gives us remainder. So when you say 7 by 3, what do you get? If you divide 7 by 3, okay, so 2 is your integer division, right? Or quotient. Then the remainder that is left is 1. So 7 by 3 will give you
2 as a quotient, 1 as a remainder.
yeah. Right? So if I say 10 by 3,
3.3.
3 as a quotient.
what is remainder?
Remainder is 1.
11 by 3.
2 will be the remainder, sir. Quotient will be 3.
Perfect. Okay, समझ में आया सबको?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, Manish, any question on that?
No, sir, it's clear.
Right? 10, 4.
Yes.
Okay. So these are called arithmetic operators. Okay. Arithmetic operators means, mathematical operators. Now, mathematical operators can be performed only on numbers, isn't it? So you can copy this and put it in the float here. Now let's make it 7.0, 3.0. Okay, 7.0, 3.0, we started with a float number and same operations we are doing. So when you run it, okay, Let me write something here to indicate print working with float now. Okay, here I'm going to say working with integer. Okay, and here I'll put working with complex now. Okay, so working with float, you see. So see, when you take float number and you add float number, output is also float. Input numbers, both are integer, then you add them, you get integer number. But if one is integer, one is float, what will you get? Float only. Okay, the division, there is no change. Okay, now see, integer division is giving us 2, but since it's a float number, we got 0 as well. Okay, similarly 343 power, and you have 1 as remainder, right? Just that the output has become all float, isn't it? Since it is a float number. Okay, so what we have done, these are called which operations?
Basic data type.
These are data types. Okay, these are arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators. What are arithmetic operators?
Add different multiply.
Yeah, these are all your arithmetic operators. Mathematical arithmetic. Okay. Now coming to string. We'll have a one-day full discussion on string, so we are not going to talk more about it here. But string means declaring any text data. Okay, so you can declare var1, okay, equal to single quote, a good morning. Okay, you can even use double quote to declare text. You can even use triple quote. Okay, triple quote. How are you today? Okay, so this is double quote I've used, right? Okay, you can use triple quote, right? How are you today? What's your plan? Are you doing well? Okay, now you see triple quote. Okay, you can do in one line also. So therefore equal to triple quote. So you can use single quote, double quote, or triple quote. Okay, single, triple, or double, triple. Okay, advantage of using triple quote is that you can add multi-line. Here you cannot add multi-line. Okay, but here you can add multi-lines of code. So if I print, okay, let me print here. Print working with strings now. Okay. So now if I print var1, right, var3. Okay. So var1 is good morning, correct? And var3, you see, is a multi-line. So you can add multi-line content. If you want to add, you have to use triple quote. Okay, you have to use triple quote to add multi-line. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You can add two string. Okay, when you add two string, say var1 plus var2. When you add two string, it will concatenate and give you the answer. So you will get good morning, how are you? Okay. Okay. var1, var3, after var3, right? Okay, this is var3. So good morning, how are you? Okay, you can, so now you see good morning is var1, how are you is var2, it concatenated. Since there is no space between that, it did not add space. If you want, you can add space here. So now what I'm doing is I'm adding 3 strings, var1 plus 1 blank space plus var2. Okay. So now when you run it, you get good morning, how are you? Right? So you can add string. Okay. When you say adding 2 string, you will get concatenation or combined form.
तो अगर स्पेस नहीं डाला तो ये गुड मॉर्निंग हाउ आर यू और साथ में रहते थे
दिखाया ना मैंने तभी,
देखा शायद
नहीं देखा, कहीं और ध्यान
नहीं
था,
सर बस
बुक में
स्पेस
था
नहीं रखना।
स्पेस नहीं था. Right? So we need, if you want space, you can put space. If you don't, the space will not be. So G and H will be together. Okay?
वही हाँ
G and H will be together. Okay. So you can add 2 string. When you add 2 string, the string will be combined. When you add 2 numbers, of course, addition happens. If you add string and integer, what will happen? It will give you error. Okay. You cannot add string and an integer. You know, so either it both has to be number or both has to be integer or both has to be string, but you cannot add string to an integer.
Both should be the same quantity or quality.
Data type, not quantity, data type.
Data types.
We're talking about data types, right? Both has to be of same data type.
Sir, intent float.
Find a data type. How to find a data type? First answer the question. How to find a data type?
by checking their उसके स्ट्रक्चर से मालूम हुआ था सर
कैसे स्ट्रक्चर्स मालूम चलता?
जैसे कि सर अगर इंटीजर रहा
हाँ.
तो ये न्यूमेरिक रहता
No sir, type
अगर
of
टेक्स्ट टाइप रहा तो
Type of, yes. Type of function पढ़े ना अपन?
हाँ
So type of, okay, variable name you put, it will tell you whatever data type it is.
अरे हाँ हाँ
So later we are going to talk about complex data type. Okay, उसमें भी type use करना. List tuple करेंगे कुछ दिन में. So even those things you can do that. Okay.
yes sir
Okay. 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 One more thing we'll do in string, and then we'll not go beyond because we have separate session. So you can multiply a number to a string. So var2 is var1 is good morning, right? And multiply this with 3. So what happens? Good morning will be repeated 3 times. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, so you can multiply a string value to a number. The string value will be repeated that many number of times. Yes.
Sir, if we put that double inverted commas like that upward, a pair of inverted commas in between the stars, sir, so we can create a space in between them, sir.
Correct. But remember BODMAS rule. Okay, what is BODMAS rule?
BODMAS means first there will be an order of adding some division or something.
Correct. So what happened here? So BODMAS says first
multiply.
Multiplication. Right? So you are getting 3 times 3 spaces, where 1 plus 3 spaces is happening. So what you have to do is you have to put a bracket. Then first bracket. So where 1 plus space, and that is multiplied by 2. Make sense?
Yes, sir. Perfectly.
Okay. So these are your.
Sir, I didn't understand this one, sir.
Okay. Neeraj will explain you. Neeraj, batao.
Yeah, sir. All we have to do is we have to create a space right in between this good morning, right? So for creating space, before that we have used that two pair of inverted commas in the print variable 1 plus variable 2. We have inserted that thing in between,
Yes.
right? We have to do the same thing. Just after that, we have to multiply with 3 so that it can repeat it 3 times.
Okay, okay. For 3 times you are doing this one, yes.
Yeah, for the 3 times. We have to create the space, right? So for 3 times, we just have to multiply with the 3. So before putting the 3, we have in Bodma's rule, we have a rule that for before adding, we will multiply first. Before
Yes.
adding, we will multiply first, right? So in order to multiply this, we will do something that we will keep the variable 1 and the inverted comma pairs in one bracket, and just after that we will multiply with 3, and we will cover this whole sum into a bracket so that we can create the space between the good morning, and we can write 3 good mornings at a time. That's it.
Yes. Clear. Thank you. Bye. Clear, sir.
Okay.
Sir, if it is in type, integer type, same operation. Okay.
So maybe when you have
Any other data type, sir?
इसमें बहुत सारे ये आते हैं ना quiz ये quiz 3 plus 2 minus plus into, right? So first to, for example, okay, let's go in integer and we'll do. Four plus 5 divided by 2 plus 4 minus 5 into 3 plus 2 into 5. इसका क्या आंसर होगा? So first multiplication, 5 into 2 to 10. Multiplication, 5 into 3, 15. Division, 5 by 2,
2.5.
2.5. Now 4 plus 2.5 is 6.5. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Then 6.5 plus 4 is
2.5.
10 point, yes.
Okay. Now
10.5 will be the
and minus 15 plus 10 is minus 5. Right?
Yes.
10.5 minus 5 is
5.5.
okay. Let's run it and see. I know 5.5.
सर ये नेगेटिव वैल्यूएबल के इंडिकेशन है डालते सर माइनस साइन
क्या
पॉजिटिव आया ना नेगेटिव कहाँ है
राइट नहीं ओके नो सर क्लियर
okay. So now let's move on to Boolean, right? We have seen everything except Boolean. Now what is Boolean? Boolean is either true or false. You'll get either true output or you get false as output. Okay, nothing in between, nothing more than this. Boolean 2. Okay, yes, no, true or false, yes, no. Okay, and this is how we write true. Okay, T capital RUE. F capital ALSE. Now, if you change this, the lowercase, okay, if you say TRUE all capital, then no longer it will be a Boolean value. It will become what? String. See, generally when you write text, you put it in quotation, right? But here quotation is not required. Not required because true and false has a special meaning in Python. True and false in same case. First letter capital, everything else small. First letter capital, everything else small, has a special meaning, which is, make it Boolean, true or false. Okay. Now there are different operations that you can perform on Boolean. The operation, just like we have plus, minus, into, division, we have operations such as AND, OR, NOT, XOR. Okay, these are operations that you can perform on Boolean values. AND का मतलब क्या होगा? AND means, okay, if value is false, then it will be false. For example, print true and true. What will you get? If one
False.
of the value is no, if one of the values on the value is false, then result will be false. Okay, otherwise it will remain true.
सर ये रन करने के बाद ट्रू एंड ट्रू
Okay, so मैंने क्या बोला? If value is false, it will be false. Otherwise, it will be true. So true and true, okay, will be true. Okay, true and false. So see, when you have two values, right, there are four possible combinations: true and true, true and false, false and false, and false
true.
Right? False and false.
False and false.
Yes. These are four possible combinations. What I said, if all the values are true only, you'll get true. Otherwise, even if one value is false, you get entire thing as false. So this answer will be false, this will be false, this will be false. Okay. So let's see the application. Okay.
In the pair, we have to be like the same data type, true and true.
Yes. Yes, of course. Yes. Yes. Okay. Let me create a sentence. My prediction. I'm predicting. Okay. Rohit and Surya will open the batting. See, I'm saying and. Okay. I'm saying Rohit and Surya will open the batting. Actual में क्या हुआ? Rohit and Pant opened the batting. So tell me, my prediction is correct or wrong? Will I get money from bettors or not?
No, sir.
No. In this case, see, Rohit and Surya I said. So Rohit is correct. Rohit is correct. But I got Surya wrong. When you use and means both has to be correct. Both has to be true. I will take class today also and tomorrow also. And tomorrow also. Okay. So if I don't take class tomorrow, then what I said is wrong.
Yes.
Right? So when you're using and, both the condition has to be true. Okay. Now let me take another example. I'm saying Rohit or Surya will open the batting. I'm saying or Rohit or Surya. Actually, Rohit and Pant opened the batting. Now tell me, my statement is correct or wrong?
Correct.
True.
True. Because I'm not betting on both. I'm betting on one of them. दोनों सही हो गया तो ठीक, अच्छी बात है, right? But I am saying Rohit or Surya. So even if Rohit opened or Surya opened, I'll be correct. Okay. If I tell you I'll take class today or tomorrow, right? तो आज लिया तो भी चलेगा, कल लिया तो भी चलेगा, दूसरा दिन लिया तो भी चलेगा, right? So this is how you use and or. Okay.
सर इसमें फिर पाइथन हाउ ही कैन डिटेक्ट ये ट्रू एंड फॉल्स ये स्टेटमेंट से.
No, I'm telling you actual. No,
अच्छा.
this is my prediction before the match.
Okay.
Okay. During the match, we saw that Rohit and Pant opened. So now you tell me my prediction is correct or not. My prediction in second case is correct because I'm just talking about one person. दो कर दिया तो अच्छी बात है. But I'm worried about only one. I mean, I'm talking about only one. Right?
Yes.
Here, I'm claiming for both. Okay. So and may even one error, one false, not error, false, even one value false will make entire thing false. Okay. Here, even one true will make entire thing true.
Yes.
Okay. So true and true will result in true and everything else will result in false. Okay. So maybe I can put a print here saying print and operation. Now let's do. You will use mostly and or. Okay. You say or operation. Okay. So I'll change it to. So see, in and only when both are true, you're getting true. Everything else is false. In or,
Only
all
one.
three is true because it's true, 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 false, false, true. It's true. Even one value is true, you get true. And when both are false, right?
Then it is false.
Both are false, no. Fourth condition is false or false. मैंने बोला कि Rohit and Surya will open, and let's say Dhawan and Pant opened.
Yes.
So दोनों statement wrong हो गया मेरा.
False.
Right? It will be false. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So these are functions that we apply on Boolean values. We have not. Not is applied only on single value. Not true is not
What?
true is what?
False.
And not false is
True.
True.
not true is false. Not false is
True.
okay. Okay. So these are some of the basic operations that we perform. So we have seen arithmetic operation, we have seen Boolean operations, right? Now we'll see one more type of operations today, which is called as comparison operator. Okay, you are comparing the values. Okay, now in this case, they are comparing the values. So the input could be numbers, but output is always Boolean. Okay, for example, 5 greater than 6. Is it true or false?
True.
Huh?
False.
5 greater than
False,
6. 5 is 5 greater than 6?
False.
False. Right? So all the comparison operator. 6 less than 6.
false. It will be equal.
Yes,
Equal,
it is
sir.
equal. But see, answer is either true or false.
False.
Yes, it is false. Right? Print 5 greater than equal to, or let's say, less than equal to 6. They are saying false, right?
False. False.
False.
It shouldn't
This
be
is
equal.
also false. ठीक है?
False,
It is
sir.
less than or equal to. Is it less than or equal to? Is it
It
not
is less than, sir.
6?
It is less than, sir, not equal to 6.
Not equal to, no, sir. False.
मैं दोनों पूछा है और how can it be both? बताओ. Logically, can it be both?
No. Either it should be true or it should be.
No. What I'm saying is less than equal to लिखा है. तो कैसे it is means that it is either less than or equal to. How can it be less than and equal to? Can it be less than and equal to? No, it is less than or equal.
Less than or equal to. Less than or equal.
So less than is true and equal to is false. So true or false is what?
So it will be true.
True. True, less than or equal to. How can nobody will say less than and greater equal to? How can it be less than and also equal to? No,
Yes, sir.
it is less than or equal to. So less than or equal to
Less than or equal to 6. So it is true.
right. So less than देख लिया हमने, now let's say greater than. Okay,
True.
let me put 6 only. Tell me, is it greater than equal to? क्या होगा?
True.
True.
नहीं होता सर सेम है ना.
True है, sir.
ग्रेट नहीं होता
Greater
बस
than or
इक्वल
equal
टू
to.
होता.
हाँ इक्वल टू कंडीशन मैच है तो ट्रू है सर ये.
Correct. Okay, so this is how you can compare less than greater than. To compare equal to is 6 equal to 6. Here we are not comparing greater than or less than, only equal to. ध्यान दो.
True.
Equal, हाँ true है, but when for equal to you write double equal to. Single equal to is for assignment. When I say var1 equal to 6j, it means you are assigning. You are assigning. Okay. And when you say double equal to, it means you're asking question. Is it equal to? You're asking question. This is adding the value, and this is asking the question. Is it equal to? Of course, 6 is equal to 6. You get 2. Then print.
Sir, what does single equal to indicates?
Adding the value, assigning the value. This one. We are saying var1 is 6j.
Okay, assigning that.
Right? Here I'm asking question. Is it equal to?
Yes.
And similarly, you have not equal. 5 not equal to 5? True or false?
False.
Right? 5 is equal to 5. So 5 is not equal to 5 is false statement. Okay? So that's all you do here. You see? False, true, true, false. Okay? So these are different operators that we have in Python.
Sir, the exclamatory mark shows that it is not equal to.
Not, that is not, and then equal to. Both together.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Right?
Sir.
So we'll stop here today. Okay. I'll share this thing. Okay. Please practice.
सर आप जो ये लिखा है वो लिखना प्रैक्टिस में भी.